Wait a minute, guys. Oh my gosh, that actually looks like it may be silver. I think I read the words Florida. You never know what you're gonna get when it comes to customer wrapped rolls. That thing is super old looking. It definitely looks like it's older. What the heck is this gonna be? Hello everybody and welcome back to Coin Quest Quarters. That of course being the series where I take $500 boxes of quarters like this, go through the rolls in the boxes looking for interesting and valuable coins that I can use to fill in these collection books. So this right here is box number 5 in our Coin Quest Quarters series, and if we open it on up, you can see I've marked all of the enders. We actually have 2 customer wrapped rolls in this box, weirdly enough. Those are right there. 2 2022 enders, actually maybe 3, I'll get to that in a minute. 2 old looking reverses, 1 2019 with the chance of getting one of those very rare West Point quarters, and then 1 bicentennial. This is a very good looking box. Let's take a look at some of those enders now. So we got our 2019 right there. There's that bicentennial. These aren't really worth anything extra, but I do think they are cool, so I like to pull them out. And then actually on the other end of that bicentennial, we have one of our 2022 quarters right there. That is one of the women's series, and we actually need all of those in the collection still, so it's awesome to see stuff like that right on the ends of the rolls. We have a couple more 2022s right there. That is what the obverse looks like. And then we have 2 older looking reverse enders right here. These could be silver. That would be awesome if they were. We're gonna open those up and see for ourselves in just a second here. And then of course our 2 customer wrapped rolls. Definitely not something that you see in a box of quarters when you get it very often, but it is cool to have them. So we'll see if there's gonna be anything in there. Hopefully they're just full of silver. That would be pretty cool. Of course, as we search through these rolls of quarters today, we're gonna be using our Quin Coins silver stacking placemat to aid us in our hunting. This placemat features dimes, quarters, and half dollars across the front, showing all the different types of coins that you could find in your rolls. And then flipping over to the backside, you get a couple more interesting coins to look for, as well as some pictures that show the edges of these coins in case you're just looking for silver. As always, if you're interested in picking up one of these coin roll hunting placemats to aid you in your own coin roll hunting, you can head on over to quinscoins.com. I also have penny and nickel placemats up there for you as well, and I'll put the links down in the description below. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the hunt. All right, guys, we're gonna be starting this one off with our double ender. Obviously, you can see we have a 2022 women's series quarter right there and a bicentennial on the other end. It's not very often that you end up with a roll like this, so I thought it would be a good one to start it off with. Not to mention that we actually need all of those women's series quarters still in the collection. We haven't found a single 2022 yet, so we're starting to see them now a lot more. So we're gonna be grabbing that one and putting it straight into the collection. Just checking for silver edges here. As you can see on the placemat, you're gonna be looking for kind of like a silvery gray or an older gray color. Of course, most of the coins are gonna show up like that clad, and that's what I'm seeing in this roll. So no silver, it looks like. We can't grab that first coin off the end there though. I think we're probably gonna be seeing a lot more of these in today's box. So there we go, we got our Voto para la Mujer, Nina Otero Warren. I actually haven't looked at these very closely, so that's the first time that I have seen that name. All right, let's see what else we got in this roll. Actually, it looks like we have another 2022 right next to that first one. This one happens to be a Denver, so let's see what the reverse is gonna be. Oh, there we go. We actually got a Sally Ride quarter. I do know a little bit about these ones. We got ourselves 2 2022s right off the bat. We got our bicentennial over here on the other end, so let's take a look at that real quick. Like I said, these are not super rare or anything. I just like finding them. They're the 1776 to 1976 quarters. They got the double date on there, which is not really, you don't see that on any other quarters as far as I know. All right, let's take a look at the rest of these quarters. We'll see if anything else catches our eye as we go through them. Of course, we are looking for any 2020s or 2019s because those do have a chance at that rare West Point mint mark. So any 2020 or 2019, I will pull to the side. I'll probably just stack them up and then we can check them for mint marks all at once. That's typically what I do. Other than that, we are still looking for a lot of the 2010s, 2011s, and 2012s. Those happen to be a little more rare. There we go, we got a 2020 right there. That one's just a Philadelphia, so no W on that one. But yeah, we'll just keep going through here and see what else we can get. We got our 2022 Philadelphia right there. That one is a Wilma Mankiller. Okay, so that's actually 3 different 2022s in a row with different designs. All of these are going to be going into the collection, which is awesome. There's actually an error that we can look out for on this 1999 Delaware. I've never found it myself, but it is called the Spitting Horse error. And I'll go ahead and throw a picture of that up on the screen. Not seeing it on this one though, so we'll just throw that one back and continue on through the roll and see what else we can get. All right, so coming down to the end of it now, And there is an error to look for on this one too. I'm just going to put that to the side because I think I definitely should start looking for that error, and I'll show you what that is in just a second here, guys. But that is it for our first roll. I got to pick because I have kind of quite a few rolls to pick from over here on what we want to do for the next one. I think we could go with one of these customer wrapped rolls because, like I said, you just don't see these very often. When you pick up a full box of quarters, they're typically all machine wrapped. Now I do have this little contraption here, which is going to help us dump these quarters out and take a look at the edges. So I'll just dump them out here into our little doohickey, and we'll see if we get ourselves any silver. Sometimes you get even more luck when it comes to the custom wrapped rolls, but this is just kind of looking like a regular roll of quarters to me. So let's take a close look here. We'll do a zoom, and it looks like we got some shiny ones for sure. Maybe we got some more 2022s in here. I guess we'll find out here. So there's a 2020 right there. Oh yeah, we definitely do have some 2022s. That one is another Sally Ride, and this one happens to be a Denver. I think our other one was also a Denver. Yeah, it was. So that's a duplicate right there. We'll just have to see which one is in better condition. And yeah, other than that, I'm seeing more 2022s. We can just pull these out of here now since we've already checked the edges. Let's just go through real quick and see if we can find anything that might be going into our collection. There's that 2020. It just happens to be a Denver. So not that West Point quarter that we're looking for. They only made 10 million of those each year that they made them, so definitely not something that pops up all the time, and they are actually worth quite a bit of money if you go to sell them on eBay. Here is another Sally Ride, and this one's actually a Philadelphia, so we do need that one still. And then we got another Wilma Mankiller right here, 2022 Denver. So we'll pull that one to the side. And here we go. This is actually the first one that I was able to acquire. This is a Maya Angelou. This is the first one that came out in 2022. Really nice looking condition right there. Of course it is, because I mean, they just came out, let's be real. All right, let's keep moving through the roll. There's another 2020 right there. I would love to find a West Point coin today. I've only found a few of them in my short coin roll hunting quarters career. Like I said, guys, we're only on box number 5 right now. There is a White Mountain 2013. We do already have all of the 2013s. Still on the lookout, like I said, for those 2010s, 2011s, and 2012s. Those are the ones that are still giving us a bit of trouble. All right, so what should we go with next? How about one of these? These look like kind of older reverses. It's possible that they're silver, but not likely. You don't see a mint mark, so you can't say for sure. If you did see a mint mark back here, those are only on the older silver Washington quarters. So that would be a surefire way to tell if you had a silver quarter or not, but I did not see a mint mark there. So let's see, which end was it? It wasn't this end, it was actually on the right side. Let's see if we can, I'm not seeing any silver right off the bat. We'll go over to the right side, and now you can see it's very ground down, so definitely an older coin, but still probably clad. I would guess this one's probably gonna be in the 60s or 70s. Okay, 79, so just barely made it into that 1970s range. And let's go ahead and take a look here and see if we're gonna get anything else out of the roll. I'll just do a brief scan. There we go, we got a 1976 bicentennial, so I'll add that to our little growing pile over there. There's a 2020, we'll check for the W, and I'm not seeing it there. All right, we'll keep moving our way through this roll, and I'll get back to you guys if I find anything worth looking at. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for that roll, so we can go ahead and dump our quarters over here into our dump box. Try not to make too much noise because I know to be sensitive, the microphone is right there. All right, we got plenty more enders to look at. Let's take a look here at this 2019. This is actually one of my favorite designs right here, the San Antonio missions. And I was able to find a proof coin, believe it or not. I was looking for the West Points on one of my very first boxes of quarters. I actually ended up finding a San Francisco proof coin, just absolutely insane. All right, let's go ahead and grab that 2019 though. And we'll check it for the W real quick, and then we'll see if we got anything else in this roll. So here we go. This is the obverse. This is where the W would be. And unfortunately, there is a Philadelphia there. So not going to be the W that we are looking for on that one. Let's open up the rest of this roll, see if we got any silver edges popping out. I don't see any. One thing to keep in mind is that sometimes you will see what you think is a silver edge and it actually ends up being a Canadian quarter. So that's something to be on the lookout for. I actually do have a whole bunch of collections, believe it or not, for Canadian quarters over here. So I do collect those. I do actually enjoy finding them in circulation. All right, there's a whole bunch of 2021 Washington crossing the Delawares right there. There's a Tuskegee Airman. I wish they would have put the W on that one. It seems like they should have. would have been the last one in the series because it went from 2019 through 2020, and then there was only one more America the Beautiful quarter that came out in 2021, which was that Tuskegee Airman. Would have made sense to me to put the W on there, but unfortunately they didn't. We do have a 2012 Denali right there, so we are still looking, like I said, for some of those 2011s, 2012s. As far as the Denali goes though, here, I'll show you the collection over here. So yeah, here's our 2012s, and it looks like the Denalis are all filled in. I can't believe we still have not found an El Yunk quarter yet. And yeah, 2010s, 2011s, you can see quite a few spots still left over there in that collection. So that's kind of what we're looking out for here. As far as 2009s go, we actually need one more Puerto Rico. So I'll be on the lookout for that as well. I'm always on the lookout for 2009s though. I mean, they're not easy to find in really any denomination. So for the rest of the enders, we have two 2022s. Those aren't looking as impressive anymore because obviously there's plenty of 2022s in here. We've already found a whole bunch. So I'm gonna move those to the side. We'll do those in a bit. We have one more older looking Washington quarter, and then we have one more custom wrapped roll. I think we should do the custom wrapped roll here on camera just to see what happens. So let's go ahead and dump it like we did earlier into our little contraption here. And actually, wait a minute guys, that looks good. Come on, focus. Oh my gosh, that actually looks like it may be silver, and I don't think that's going to be Canadian either. Let's take a peek. Oh, okay, I don't know, I think that's a state quarter actually somehow. Yeah, that might actually be clad. Okay, let's just dump it out and we'll take a look here. Gotta get that focus to work for us. That is very strange. I think I read the words Florida on that coin. You never know what you're gonna get when it comes to customer wrapped rolls, so that's kind of the nature of coin roll hunting. Now that's the coin obviously that we are looking at right there. That thing is super old looking. It definitely looks like it's older. I think I read the words Florida. Let's just take another peek at it though. All right, so it's right there. Yeah, what the heck is this gonna be? Because it certainly is not old enough. That's a state quarter. How weird is that? And it just looks like it's in terrible shape. Let's go ahead and get a zoom on it. So my guess on this one is that it may have been plated in something and then just run through the washer a few times. I have no idea. I mean, I guess now that we're looking at it, you do see that kind of a redder edge to it. It just looks so old. I mean, look at how ground down the edges of it is, and it ends up being a 2014 Everglades. So that's where I was reading Florida right there. Wow, that is very strange. I definitely didn't expect to see something like that come out. I was hoping for a silver, to be honest with you. It looked like it could have been silver. But I guess we'll take it. It's interesting. I think it's a Philadelphia mint mark. It's very worn down, very beaten up. Everglades, we don't need that one in the collection, so we'll put that one to the side. I think it's definitely very interesting though. Other than that, I didn't see any silvery looking edges. I thought we definitely had one there for sure, but we'll go through the rest of these coins and I'll let you know if I find anything good. All right guys, nothing in that last roll, so we're moving on to our final older looking ender here that I wanted to take a look at. Again, I don't think this is gonna be silver, but just in case, we'll go ahead and open it live and see what pops out. So here is our roll. I'll do a zoom for you so you can see. That one definitely looks like it's been in the ground. I think probably a metal detecting find. I'll pull that out real quick. Oh, maybe not. Maybe just some environmental damage, and that one is a Maryland. All right, so our older looking ender was over here on the right side, so let's peel that back, and yeah, I'm not seeing it. Definitely doesn't look like it's gonna be silver, but again, probably, like I said, 60s, 70s on that one. Let's just do a quick reveal here. If that coin would stop moving around. All right, 3, 2, 1. Yep, 78 on that one. So again, slightly older, but nothing too crazy. There's definitely some nice looking coins in here, like that one right there. There's a Wilma Man Killer 2022. This one right here also looks like it's nice and new. Oh, also a Wilma Man Killer. I have a hard time saying that name, 2022. I'm gonna be holding on to all these because I know there's stuff to look for in the 2022s. I'm just not sure what it is yet. And I'll go ahead and go through the rest of this roll, guys, and let you know if I find anything good. And if so, then you will definitely be hearing from me soon. Ooh, there's actually a Puerto Rico right there. I should probably take a look at that because we do still need the 2009 P Puerto Rico, and that would actually complete our 2009 collection. So if we can get the Philadelphia mint on this coin right here, then we are in business. Let's see if we can get it, guys. 3, 2, 1. Yes, there we go, guys. We actually just completed a collection right there with that coin. Now, it is kind of a strange collection, and I'll show you this right now. So in 2009, we have just a single collection for this single year, District of Columbia and U.S. Territories 2009. And once I open it on up here, you can see 2009 Philadelphia. Puerto Rico is the last coin that we needed in that collection. So let's go ahead and do the ceremonial placing of the final coin in the collection, and we will no longer need to be looking out for these coins anymore. That is awesome, guys. There we go. So that entire page is full. This collection, since it is one page, it does come with an extra page, and I've just been putting the weird like foreign coins that we find on this page. Some of them are from, those two are from the Cayman Islands, which is pretty cool. I'll probably need to get another page for my 2022s because there's not enough room in the 2021 collection, unfortunately, for all of those, but I'll get that figured out. And we'll start putting, oh my gosh, another Puerto Rico in the exact same roll. What do you guys think? Is it a Philadelphia? It is. That is crazy. So 2 Puerto Rico Philadelphias in the same roll, and we're on our 5th box and haven't found a single one. What are the odds of that? All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get through the rest of this roll and continue on with the quarters and let you know when I find something good. All right, guys, here we go. We are 10 rolls in, and we just came across a 2010 Yosemite. And here, I'll take a closer look here at the collection so you can take a look. And you see that we do still need Yosemite 2010 Denver. So that's one of the ones that we are looking out for. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2 on these mint marks today. We got the Puerto Rico. Now let's take a look at the Yosemite. We need the Denver. Hopefully no Philadelphia. 3, 2, 1. And nope, that one's a Philadelphia, unfortunately. So we are 1 for 2 on the flips today, but that's okay. We got plenty more coins to look through. I've actually came across quite a few 2009s, 2010s, and all kinds of stuff like that. It's just none of them have been what we needed so far other than that Puerto Rico. Lots of coins to look at. Like I said, guys, we're only 10 rolls in, and I have quite a few of these 2022s piling up now. These are the Wilma Man Killers and then the Sally Rides over here. Lots of good stuff coming out of this quarter box so far, guys. Hopefully we can run into some Canadian, some silver, something like that to kind of mix things up. We'll go ahead and get into the next one and see what we can find. All right, guys, this roll marks the halfway point in the box. Still haven't found any silver yet. We did just find this crooked looking coin. I'm not sure how this one got through, but it did. 1977, pretty beat up. We'll go ahead and throw that one back. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything crazy on this roll right off the bat. I did want to show you a few finds that I've made though. I do have a couple of Kansas quarters here. We always check these for the "In God We Rust" error. I'll go ahead and throw a picture of that up on the screen on the left side so you guys can take a look. And we'll just check these real quick to see if we got it on either one of these. So I'm not seeing it on that. The "In God We Trust" is coming through pretty strong there. I have found these in the past though, so that's why I always check these ones, because it's not too difficult to find from what I can understand. And that one is also showing through pretty strong. So no "In God We Rusts" there. We do have a whole bunch of 2020s and 2019s here to check for the W. So we'll go ahead and do that by just flipping it over here. And we can just check to see if we got any W's or not. So we'll just go through them one by one and see if we get one. And if we do, I'm probably going to freak out because they are like one of the coolest coins that you can possibly find. If not, though, we'll just be putting all these back. Wow, all Philadelphias so far. What are the chances of that? Still all Philadelphias. Like I said, guys, this is a mixed assortment of 2019s and 2020s. So either one of them could have the W, but so far they have been strictly Philadelphias. And I am kind of flabbergasted here. Are we going to keep this going? I mean, these are all 2019s, 2020s. They come from all different places, I'm sure. And the final coin is also a Philadelphia. What are the odds of that? All right, so that is pretty crazy, guys. Just a bunch of Philadelphias right there. No W's, not even a Denver. Honestly, I'd be okay with seeing a San Francisco mint mark too. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this halfway point roll right here. We got a Delaware that we can take a look at once again for that spitting horse, and I'm not seeing it on that one. I did actually get a couple other interesting coins along the way though, like this 2000 Virginia that just has this nice gold toning to it. It's actually in very good shape as well. I'll probably be putting that into the collection to replace whatever's already there. And this California, same thing going on with it. Very nice looking coin, nice toning on it as well. All right, guys, we just finished roll number 35 out of 50 on the box. We did just get ourselves a Guam, which is pretty cool to see. It's another one of those 2009s that you don't see too often. I do have a nice big stack of 2020s and 2019s to look at for that W again. And I also found a painted quarter. This is kind of a staple of the Quin Coins Coin Quest quarters series so far. Lots of painted quarters come out. I think I'm going to start holding on to those because I think they're cool. I also did get one more Kansas that we can check for that In God We Rust, so let's do that real quick. Actually, you know what? I think this one has a slight variety of that. You can see actually on the O and the R, those are kind of grease aired out, so I think this one's more of a In Good We Tust. I think I will hold on to that one though, because I am seeing some of the grease air on that. All right, so our pile of 2020s and 2019s this time is pretty large, so we're gonna go ahead and split it into two. Every time I check these, they're always Philadelphia's, so let's see what's gonna pop out for us. Let me just get it so that the lighting can see that mint mark. Still all Philadelphia so far. Another Philadelphia there, Philadelphia. What are the statistics? I mean, just, okay, there we go. There's a Denver, finally. I thought we had a W there because it was something a little different. All right, so nope, Philadelphia's and Denver's all on that one. Of course, only one Denver. But we'll take a look at this second stack, see if we get lucky with a W. It's been a while, so it would be great to add one to the collection. That's another thing I should probably get another page in the collection for is West Point mint marks. Because I do have a couple that I've found on this series so far. They just don't come out very often, but they are definitely worth looking for because they're worth quite a bit of money on eBay. But that is it for those guys. We got 15 more rolls to go through. Hopefully we can find something good and maybe even get something else into the collection. All right, guys, we are on roll number 40 now, and we've got a few things over here we can take a look at, but I did just uncover a 2010 Yellowstone. You can see that down on the bottom right corner of the screen, and looking at our National Parks quarters, we do need a, oh no, that's Yosemite. Yellowstone is up here, so we need the 2010 Denver on that Yellowstone. So let's take a look, guys. Let's see if we can finally get it here and complete that Yellowstone set. 3, 2, 1. Nope, unfortunately it is the Philadelphia once again, so busted on that one, but let's go through the rest of the roll. We'll see if we can get anything interesting out here. And I have been coming across quite a few things, like for example this, which I can just kind of tell you about briefly. There is a die chip to look for on the hat of Washington on the 2021 Philadelphia, so that's what we got right here. I'm not seeing it on that one. Like I said earlier, I did find a kind of minor example of one. I'm going to be looking at the end of the video. I'm taking all of the Sally Rides and Wilma Mankillers that I find. I know that there's an error in at least one of those, and I do have a microscope which I can now utilize to take a look at stuff like that. So towards the end of the video, I'm going to be looking at all of those to see if we have that error. I'm also going to be looking at the Alaska. I know that there's an error to look for where the paw of the bear has more than 5 claws. So we got, looks like 10 more rolls to go. We'll go ahead and get into those, and I'll let you know if I find something good. If not, we'll go ahead and bust that microscope out and see what we got. All right, guys, last roll right here, last chance for silver. Once again, I got a nice big stack of 2019s and 2020s. We can check for that W. We may find one in this roll as well, who knows. And we got all kinds of 2022s over there that we can take a look at the end of the video. I'm excited to get into those. I'm not seeing any silver here, just making sure on that right-hand side, which didn't come out as intended. But yeah, so I'm excited for the prospect of finding some errors, especially on those Alaska quarters. I've never looked for that error before, so I'm excited to finally learn what that's all about. I've heard about it before, especially over on Coins for Amateurs, looking for that extra claw. There's another Sally Ride right there. We'll probably be taking a look at those towards the end of the video as well. But yeah, let's see what else we got in the rest of this roll. That's a 2020 Denver Salt River Bay. That used to be the one that I'd find all the time, was that 2020 Salt River Bay, and I do have at least one West Point Salt River Bay, so that's pretty cool. Oh, we got a Kansas coming out here at the end. Guess we can check that for the In God We Rust. No, that one looks fairly good, so no In God We Rust. These are some really nice looking 2020s and 2019s, other than that little smudge right there on the left hand side. So let's see if we can get the lighting right, and then we can check these for West Points. It's our last chance for some West Points on the box, that is for sure. And so far it's all been Philadelphia's and Denver's. I'll check that one that I just dropped in just a second here. Philadelphia, and final one is a Marsh Billings Rockefeller. That one is a Denver. All right, so just a few more to check here. Let's see if we can get lucky. So we got Philly, Philly, Denver, Philly, two more, Denver and Philly. All right, so no West Points on this box, unfortunately, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do some research now. I gotta figure out what's the deal with these 2022s and that Alaska extra fingers on the bear is what it is, and we'll go ahead and pop those under the scope and see if we can get lucky on those. All right, guys, so what we're looking at here is the bear on the 2008 Alaska Statehood Quarter, and what we're looking for is a die chip on the hand of the bear to make it a six-clawed bear. Basically, we're just looking for any malformities on that hand, and I'm not seeing it on this one, so this is a good example of what a regular Alaska Statehood Quarter would look like, and we have quite a few of them here to check, so let's go ahead and do that now, and then we'll get into some of the other ones that we were going to look for. So here is another bear claw. Once again, looks just fine to me. I don't know if this, oh, there we go. That's it right there, guys. And I don't know how common these are, but that definitely looks like it right there. So that is awesome, guys. We found one, and we still have a whole bunch to check, so that's awesome. You can see where that extra claw comes in. It's in between the bottom and then the one right above it, and that is it right there. Unfortunately, this coin is not in great shape, so I don't think that this one would fetch a whole lot of extra value, but that is awesome that we were able to find one at least. I'm super stoked about that. All right, let's see if we can get another one here, maybe in a little better shape. So that, once again, looks just fine to me. How about this one? Yep, that one looks good. So no die chip on that one. And this one's a little questionable, I would say. I'm actually thinking that could be it again right there. I'm seeing it in between that bottom and then the one right above it. So I think I'm going to hold on to that one. But the first one we showed, I think, was a little more blatant, I would say. All right, that one looks fine. And that one, once again, I think we may have it here again. So maybe this one isn't super difficult to find because seem to be finding at least a lot of potential examples of it left and right here. I've also seen on this, the Great Land, there could be some additional material there as well. So, okay, that one looks fine. We have two more to look at here. Okay, interesting on that one. Once again, I think we may have it there. So it seems like just about every other one we're getting a die chip on, and that one looks fine. All right, so let's take a look. It looks like we have 4 potential candidates here for having that die chip. Let's see if we can find anything on the Great Land. See if there's any additional material there. So the Great Land, not seeing it on that one. And here's another. That one has looks like some grime in there, but I don't think it's what we're looking for. And then this one, oh, actually, yeah, look at that. Yeah, we do have that extra material there in between the L and A on this one for sure. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, we do have the die chip right there. So man, that's a nice coin right there. I think that's got to be the best out of all of them. Even on the E, look at that. Between the E and the A, I'm seeing some extra material, but definitely between the L and the A, the L and the A, and then the A and the N, it looks like it says L.A.ND. Yeah, this is a nice one right here, guys. That is an awesome one to find. I'll definitely be putting that in a 2x2. And then some of these other ones as well, like you can see right here, that definitely looks like it. This one, maybe not as much on that one, but definitely is something. And then this one for sure has it going on. So I think this is our best example right here. And I'll definitely be looking out for these moving forward, especially on the Great Land. I actually was seeing, I'll check this one too, because I was seeing somebody had said something about the In God We Trust as well on the obverse side. So we'll check that out, see if there's anything going on there. No, it doesn't look like it. So I think that is pretty much what it's going to be, guys. Now, as far as the Sally Ride quarter goes, you're actually going to be looking for a die clash, which I'll put a picture up of what that's going to look like. I didn't see it on any of the ones that I was looking at. It's something that you should be able to see with the naked eye if it's there, but I'm not seeing it on any of them. So on the Wilma Mankiller quarters, I didn't really find any like obvious errors to be looking out for. On this one, apparently there is a die break to look for on the second A in Pata. I'm not seeing it on this one. I only have 3 that I was able to find in this box, so not really a lot to be looking at. And I think I have 1 more. I'm not seeing it on that one either. So 1 more to look at here. And yeah, I'm not seeing it on this one either. So I will just kind of put one of those into the collection. I think they're all the same mint mark, but we did at least get a lot of new coins that we haven't found before that are going to be going into the collection this time around. With that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and throw you into a wrap up on exactly what we were able to find in today's box. All right, guys, welcome to the wrap up on today's hunt. We're going to start off with those Alaska era coins that we were able to find. 2 of them were a little better than the others because of that extra material between the letters in the Great Land. This one actually had a extra material, I think, between the E and the A. This one had it between the E and the A, the L and the A, and the A and the N. So great stuff right there. A very minor grease error on that Kansas quarter right there. We were able to get all of these 2022 coins into the collection. We'll be putting those in once we get the page for it. We got a whole bunch of bicentennials. These are all improvements, really nice 73D, and then some state quarter improvements, and then just some oddities here. We got a painted quarter. This one's red. That one's kind of a pink color, and then this really weird Everglades quarter that we found in the customer wrapped roll. On top of that, we were able to finally finish up our District of Columbia and U.S. Territorial Quarters 2009 collection, so that is finally complete. We don't have to look for those anymore other than improvements, so that is great to see. Really all we have left is this collection right here, which is going to take forever, probably a lifetime of searching because it does contain quite a few silver quarters, which as you can see are very difficult to come by. We did get 1 in a previous episode, but that is about it. And then of course this Washington Quarters America the Beautiful series, we're still missing quite a few of those 2010s, 2011s, and 2012s. And then once again on the Canadians, we didn't get any Canadians today, so nothing going into those collections. But all in all, really great to get some good stuff in here. We learned a little bit about these Alaska quarters. We're able to actually find a really nice example of one, and we're able to find some 2022s as well. So definitely a good hunt today. Once again, guys, if you're interested in picking up one of these placemats to aid you in your dime, quarter, or $50 hunting, you can head on over to quinscoins.com. I also have penny and nickel placemats up there for you as well, and I'll put a link down in the description below. And with that being said, that's going to pretty much do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go down below and leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, because I post new videos like this every single week. Always bring you along with the hunts and having a good time. And as always, I'm Quinn, and this is Quin's Coins signing out, and I will see you in the next episode of Coin Quest Quarters.